the free winner of today's account takeover is Fatefire, but also known as Shmeow, which is an awesome name. Let's have a quick look round. Level 81. On to the chicken, Cleo. So it must be coming up for a year or something. How's a great haul looking? I'd say okay. A bit underdeveloped for a year in, maybe. Maybe a bit underdeveloped. Not terrible. Well, sheesh. Some people say terrible. Focused on force and spirit affinity. Focused on accuracy, then gone crit damage, which is okay. Spread the load a bit. Below fiction level rating. 78% win rate. Feels a bit free to play-ish. Got to be honest there. That's a bit low. Enough medals to go again. Have we got Arbiter already here? Yeah, so we're on to the Romantu stuff. I am interested to see if this is someone who is pushing. Yes. Getting there. 35,000 coming up. So this is someone who's using their resources to get stuff like this. So it's someone who's got quite a big account. 10k gems. Lots of shards, actually. What's this? 15 sacreds. And then a splattering elsewhere. Have we got anyone awoken here? Level 3. Level 3, couple of ones. Nothing too crazy. Level 1 on the Valk. Okay, check the Faction Guardians. Have a look. Faction Guardians, we're saying like full on epics pretty much. But there's not a lot going on in legendary stuff. So it's not a Kraken here. In fact, Fatefire, give us a sense. Are you, what are you? Low spender? Mid-tier spender? What would you say you are? Spent about 900 total. Okay, so for the time he's played the game, considering the game, relatively low spender, right? So yeah, doing a good job on that event, honestly. That's good effort. Let's have a look at champions then. Damn, pretty good selection of champs here. So we've got a fusion in Helicath. This was like a guaranteed shard event. I missed this one. I was gutted about that. I think this was a guaranteed as well, right? I think it was. Another fusion here. Freebie here. Guaranteed here. Freebie. So it's amazing how many. It looks like there's so many. Probably half. Fusion. Probably half or maybe more than half of these ones leveled are actually earned, I would say. But good selection of champs. You've got a solo champ. You've got kind of high damage. Great speed champion. Good arena damage champion. Really good selection of champs here. So let's have a quick look a bit further down then. So we've got Husk. Geo. I love the way he's in this kind of like broken blessing. Raw Guard, yeah. We've got some cool champs. I'm guessing we've got an unkillable team wrapping up Clan Boss for us here. Seeker, like to see it. Udo, like to see it. A few more Legos down here. Fusion, freebie, pulled, fusion. So again, probably, I'd say, I mean, actually, he's got a fair more amount of gold. Turvo just sitting on the bench. Like that. Why? Walking Tomb Drain didn't make it into the roster. Damn, that's some good pulls though. Good pulls along the way. What's in the vault? A little bit more gold. A dupe. Lysandra sitting here. Dupe Valk. And a bunch more epics. Okay, we've got a good roster, yeah? Good roster to play around with. Let's have a quick look through some builds then. Is Arbiter quick? 230 odd. It's okay. Have we got a nuking Constantine? He's not even built. Constantine can't believe it. He's actually pretty solid now. As a nuker, he's pretty damn solid. I guess maybe you're using Solus as your nuker then? No. Who are you using for your damage? Candy? No. Biggin? Biggin, is it? Maybe. Is this the nuker? Could be, I guess. Ragash? No. Damn, what's going on with these builds? How's Candy not built? How's Ragash not finished? Takia is built. Withy, not built. Riho is built. Valk looks fine. Razin made the build list. Saito didn't make it. Rotus, this looks like... Does Rotus only need 70%? Doesn't, does he? Oh, we've got some trouble here. This is a good champion, by the way. That's not a bad build. The Bishop, bit slow, but not too bad. Koku, incredibly slow. Is this for a specific build? Is this like a... It's not a Bommel build, is it? What's this for? This is a strongish build. Again, not crit capped. Ghostborn, pretty slow, but good stats. We've got a relentless Lysandra. Loving that relentless gear. Not a bad build, though. Mashold. Again, not crit capped. Doesn't improve his crit rate. Where's your crit rate coming from? Are you using Morseum Mage? No, you're not using Morseum Mage. You're not using Tomb Lord. There's all the crit rate. It's on Husk. What's going on? What's going on with some of these builds? Seer, are you doing some work? Just some weird builds. Geo, okay. The Guard, the Royal Guard. Very slow. No crit rate. Oh, he can't believe it. He can't believe it. Who's doing your damage? Why is no one ready to do damage? How are you killing stuff? No wonder the arena win rate is low. Let's see what we got for an arena team here. Am I missing something? Are you trolling me? Are you trolling me now? This dude's in. This dude can't be in. He's got nothing on. Why is he in? What's going on with that? What's the other options? This one? Maybe this is meant to be the main team. Speed, drop defense. What's this build like? Bit slow. Are we using him as a intermediary increased defense or provoke? Maybe he's your provoke, is he? So that you get your stuff away? Could be. Let's see if this works on this elo. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Too slow, so that's where the 88% comes from, I guess. Oh, no, it was less than that, wasn't it? Like 70-odd%. So Solus can do his work if he gets a chance, but not if he's dead. Originally, Fatefire, you've said, can we do... What did you ask for here? Brutal Hydra. I'm wondering if that's the right option, honestly. I'm wondering if we shouldn't just focus on some PvP to get that Great Hall like pumping. So you say you've already done Hard Hydra. I'm interested to see what you did on Hard Hydra. 34 mil, good effort. That's a good run. Nice team, actually. Yeah, I like this. This is a cool team. And most of your damage here, Geo, bit from Husk. A lot of damage from Valk. Nearly 8 million from Valk. Is that Brimstone doing that? It's a lot of damage. Wow. That's shocking. That's a shocking amount of damage for a 1-star Awaken with Brimstone. But that's a decent hit. Against Hard, 35 mil. That's a good hit. So good effort, man. Let's have a look at normal clan boss as well, just while we're having a scooch around. What are we on here? Ultra Nightmare. Did I miss it? 20 mil. I'll tell you now, you should be doing more than that. You should be doing a lot more than that. So I'm guessing this is either going low because you're against Spirit Affinity and you're not speed tuned. Okay. Because this team at least is a 2-key team. Or the team that this could become, at least 2-key, if not 1-key. So I guess we've got a 50-50 here. Do we go for a main arena team or do we go for a clan boss build? That's our choices. You've got unkillable teams. You've got Maneater sitting there like that. I'm in. I'll make you affinity friendly all day long. We do a lot of clan boss stuff. So I'm just wondering what, maybe we'll do a quick poll. I guess just drop me a message. Fatefire, are you happy for us to do a poll, PvP or clan boss? Or do you specifically want to do one of those two? Because obviously it's your thing. Do a poll. Okay, cool. Arena team, which is like super important, by the way. Bearing in mind he can get clan boss done. But clan boss, I always say, is like the main priority to get sorted. And for an account of his quality, this should be easy. Just click a button, 2-key max with the champions he's got. Okay, do the poll. Let's see what it comes up as. So 70% have said clan boss. So I guess that's the way we're going to go. All right, let's do this. Let's get the optimizer up. By the way, free to play. That run that looked a bit sketchy, 11 million damage. Can you believe that? I was wondering if it was going to be like 5 to 6. End up 11 mil. All right, let's get the optimizer up. Let's see what we can do here. So for those who are new to the optimizer, where you been? This is a cool tool, Hell Hades Optimizer. It's on hellhades.com. And all you need to be is like a regular average Joe member, no payment needed to use it. You do get a couple of perks if you pay, but that's not what it's all about. It's about letting people use it and abuse it. It is a PC thing, not a mobile thing. But you can just go onto Optimizer here once you're logged in and you can download it and get involved. There's a few things which are cool on this. You can kind of gear your champions as you want. So I could pick one champion and gear them. But this is what I wanted to look at for today. Because we've got loads of options here. If we look at this roster, we've got potential unkillable teams with Helicaf and Maneater. Or just Helicaf on his own, honestly. but with Man-Eater even better. We've also got potential very high damage teams with champions like Bashold, Kyuku, Valkyrie, Helikath. Yeah, these are champions, Iron Brago, that can build serious teams for Clan Boss. So I'm just interested what option to go for, honestly. Have we got gear rolled? Let's have a quick look. I think we will have some gear rolled, albeit, damn, not a lot. I thought we'd have more gear. I guess gear is on champions, but I thought I'd see a bit more than that. I can't roll a ton because we don't have that much silver, so I'm going to have to roll with what I've got. This is what I see. It's so sad. So sad to see perception gear sitting here at level 1. Like, most of it probably should just be cleared out. This is one of the reasons why you're struggling with gear in champions, because you've just got all of this stuff sitting around, and we don't know if it's good or not yet. Yeah, 1,100 odd pieces. We don't know what is good because it's not rolled up. Look at that. I mean, that is potentially a really good piece. But we do not have a ton of silver here. You don't know what to roll or sell. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what we start off doing. Damn, we haven't done this for a while. Watch this. Flat, flat, flat. I mean, come on. So yeah, basically all of this. Maybe if there was like accuracy in here, you could argue no, but not really. If there's speed here, you could argue don't sell that. But basically all of this is just wasting your money. I guess I could argue that's a keeper somehow, but it's really not. Okay, this could be the worrying one. Please don't let it be on everyone. Okay, it's not rolled, but they're probably not being used. Not horrendous. That's an interesting piece, actually. There's some argument there to say, damn, that is like a sear or a cold heart piece all day long. So that is actually a keeper. Oh dear. Bragash. Oh dear, this dude was in the arena team. Look what he's wearing. Saito, what did they ever do? Why? So let's see what the optimizer kicks out. But as I say, there's options here. I think the safe route is an unkillable team. Let's see what sort of options we get. So we click on team suggestion. We go into clan boss. I flip it to boss damage. This will tell me the highest hits that we've done with the champion list. I want to make sure that we only use 6-star ascended champions. So it's going to get rid of champions that aren't leveled. You see an unkillable team right here. And I want to make sure that we've had at least 5 battles. So the optimizer's captured at least a little bit of information about the team. If it's a one-off, like, it could vary, you know? Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is not an unkillable team at the top. It's a standard team. I'm just wondering, that doesn't feel like I've got any way to deal with Spirit Affinity with that squad. Kyuku team here. This is an unkillable team. So this is like the two options, really. High damage, but better on Void. Basically better on anything except Spirit. Yeah, if we go on to Spirit, apply filter, it's unkillable, unkillable, unkillable. Yeah, they're just easier to tune. That same team that was high damage on Void is a 2-key on Spirit. So it's still a 2-key. I think we're better off going for a definite 2-key, all affinities, no worries team. Like this. This is the better team. And because basically Man-Eater makes it, but the speeds are not crazy. Look at that. 190, 250, like the speeds are very achievable on this team. This is what you see as a regular user. And if you upgrade to the premium, like Uncommon unlocks everything in the optimizer, by the way. Then you get this page as well, which shows you how this team is built. So it shows you all their masteries. It shows you if there's any team setup, and it shows you the gear that they're actually wearing. But this looks pretty damn achievable. The builds are not anything too nutty. Yeah, it feels really doable. So this is cool. So it just gives us all the info. And then once you've picked the team you want, like this, you hit copy to optimizer, and it will copy over the speeds and the accuracy of the champions that you were just looking at. So it won't copy over any of the other stats because we want to give people the ability to change that stuff as they want to. If I go back to suggest team a second. Oh, that's an interesting one right there. Spirit Affinity. Wow, that's a really cool team. It's only had 1 battle. I've never seen that team before. So I guess it's basically the man tower. We're on a 2-for-1. I've never really used Riho. Is Riho making this affinity friendly? Block debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, damn, that's cool actually. Maybe we go for this. It's only had 1 battle. That's pretty damn interesting. Where's the damage coming from there? Who's doing the damage there? Seeker's doing some. And Helicath? High speeds. What we got? 246, 271. They're higher. That's actually a pretty nutty team, though. Fat Man's in relentless gear. Yeah. We want to try this. Can we get to those speeds on this account? That's one thing to check. If I copy to optimizer, just build everyone out for damage quickly. So change the battle to damage. We're getting crit rate, so we're going to override crit rate and just say, give me 70. I do need accuracy there. Let's just drop that a touch. Is Riho, what's Riho bringing in debuffs? Loads, isn't she? Yeah, cool. Champion 3, same thing. Doesn't bring any debuffs that I want, so remove accuracy completely. Champion 4, Seeker. Was Seeker in toxic gear? I'm not got any poisons here. I do have poisons, actually. Yeah, maybe not. And then, so Farakin was actually in relentless gear, which is quite cool. You could also run him in, I suppose, reflex gear to get his abilities back quick, but let's see relentless, see if it works. So all I'm doing really, I'm just testing, do we have gear to run and like these type of speeds? Like, do we have it? I just want to see if we've got glyphs as well. We do have a lot of glyphs, actually. We've got a lot of 4-star glyphs, so let's assume that we can glyph basic at least +3 speed on anything. And I'll say accuracy like +7 as well. That way it knows that we're going to be glyphing stuff up if there was stuff to glyph. Okay, let's see what it kicks out. Seeker was in toxic, was he? I'm just wondering if we need that. We've got a lot of debuffs here. Will we have potential to put toxic on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Let's just put them all on. They all just go on, right? So we've got 5 there. You've got Farakin laying poison. Maybe there is space for it, actually. You've got poison. And then we're just duplicating these other debuffs, aren't we? Maybe there is space. We'll leave it without toxic initially, because I think we might struggle with toxic anyway. We want to make sure that we get the faster people at the top. I think forecaster was the speedy one. And where's my damage coming from is kind of the next thing. Okay, let's see if the optimizer can get to these type of speeds. Doing it quite quick. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's bad. Okay, we've got a build back for all of those builds. Yep, so we've got 70% crit rate, 245 speed on Helicath, 231 accuracy. Yeah, okay, this looks good. This looks good. Not that much damage for the Seeker, honestly. Could be better. But it will get us to the speeds we need. Are we booked? Let's have a look. So we need books in this, which we've got. Her skills are all booked. The Warcaster just needs his A3 booked, which it is. Helicath needs his A3 booked, which it is. Seeker is booked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's the last one I'm missing? Geo. Is it Geo? No, Farakin. Yeah, all booked. Okay, all booked. We don't have any masteries on Farakin. No masteries. Ah, man. Have we got masteries anywhere here? Doesn't mean we can't do it, but that'll be something which will just improve the damage over time. Getting those masteries done. So we can still do it. We can still do the builds. Buy the masteries and set them up. Are you sure? We don't have to do that, Fate Fire. It's not essential for this. Up to you, man. Do Riho for sure. Okay, get all the scrolls here. Done. Seeker's got enough to get to War Master. Okay, let's build out the masteries that we can. I'll tell you what, let's build these champions. Then we're going to apply masteries as well. And then we come back to that. All right. The optimizer doesn't equip gear for you. You have to go in and actually go back and equip the gear that the optimizer is suggesting. And it kind of tells you where it's all coming from on your account. So you just have to go and find it. This is going to ruin a bunch of your builds. But to get Clan Boss sorted, it's well worth it. Then you'd have to go back in and re-gear other champions after. Now, there's one I can just take from Sakir here. But I've also got others which are just sitting around. See if we can't find one that rolls into accuracy like that. Stuff it. We're just going to take another one up. I know it's going to spend some of this silver, but it's like, come on. Let's not ruin everyone's day. But we are going to spend just a bit of a splurge of silver, even just equipping this gear. So I have to be a bit careful with it. Honestly, though, if you just did a gear cleanse, you would make a bunch of the silver back. Like, that's where we're at. You would just make it back. So much gear unrolled as well. Definitely need to be checking out one of my gear cleanse videos, man, and just getting on with it. Just get it done. I know it sucks. Like, it's boring to do it, but you just got to get cracking on with it. Oh, some nice pieces here as well. Let's have a look at this. 227. I feel like I'm missing something. The right speed, is it? Unless that's glyphage. No, it's just missing glyphs. Okay. Power of having glyphs available, by the way. Like, this build would not have been anywhere near working without these glyphs. But because we've got glyphs around, we're able to make it work. 3 hours last night. Gear cleanse from 1300 to 1100. Yeah, nice, mate. It actually makes you feel a lot better if you can get into a place where you're just on top of it. Really does. Get the extra defense in. That's where his damage is coming from. Accuracy's looking good. Just check what speed we needed here. 245. What I'm going to do, I just want to punch this into a Deadwood Calc and see what this looks like. Because I've not run this team before, I just want to make sure that this is as I'm hoping it's going to be. So let's punch these in quick. It's always worth doing this. The more times you do it, the more used to it you get. But I just want to make sure that these speeds that I've now got coming up will load, will work. Otherwise, we could do it all, do all the work, and then we're like, crap. We've messed it up. So you're better off putting the time in now. This is why someone said, oh, a Clan Boss team will take you 5 minutes. It will not take 5 minutes. It will take probably the best part of 2 hours if you do it well. Because ultimately, you want to make sure you don't make mistakes. And even now, I make mistakes. Even trying to be careful, I make mistakes. So all I'm doing is putting in the speeds from the optimizer that we carried over. What I'm not sure about is the delays, where the delays go here. So I'm going to have to play around with this quickly. I guess this is on speed tune list. Might be sitting under the tower. Does anyone know it off the top of their head? The Batman Forever, yeah? Cool. Ultra Nightmare. So what we've got here, we've got a 1 delay on Seeker on his A2. We've got 1 delay on Helicaf, who's basically the tower in this comp. This is what it should look like. So something's still not right. 220, 246. Let's just check my speeds against these. So he's at 265. 248. There you go. One more speed. See that? This is what I talk about, right? Did you see that? This is what I say. Sometimes it's one speed that messes you up. Sometimes it's literally one speed and it goes from I can't work out what's wrong to it's fixed. Depending on the gear sets you use, sometimes it throws it out again. So yeah, it's that was a really good example of from it being completely crap. This is a crap speed tune all over the place to one speed more. Everybody is going 2 times for every time the Clan Boss goes and you get crazy damage. Actually nuts. Actually crazy. So this is now working. So I need 1 more speed on that Seeker build. Then the rest of it is looking good. And then we just need to make sure we put an extra speed on Seeker when we build out its build. So Helicaf sitting here at 243 is fine. I need 1 speed set. So again, like I'm just plugging these in as we go. So if I click on the speed box and then on sets, I just click 1 speed set. Sometimes that can throw it out as well. Yeah, so you just need to put those in as you go. Okay, Helicaf done. Let's do Reho. I'm quite looking forward to this. I've not actually used a Reho in like a big team. I don't own one myself. I've seen her used, but I've never actually put one to the test. So it should be cool. It's got so much gear like waiting around. This is where all your silver is right now. All of this tat is where all your silver is. Look at it. All your silver is sitting here in accessories that you don't need. You've got millions. You've got millions of silver right now, just sitting there waiting for you. Anyone who says, "Oh, I can't level stuff. I don't know how you get any silver." I tell you how. Clean your crap. Clean your crap out. All right, let's have a find of this stuff. Again, we're going to be destroying builds, so you don't need to rebuild champions for other content, but it's definitely worth it to get your Clan Boss in order, and then you go back and work on your champions elsewhere. You can, by the way, in the optimizer, you can lock champions out. If you don't want to destroy any builds and have to redo kind of other champions, you can lock champions from having their gear touched, which certainly if you've got a lot of champions in a good spot, it's worth doing. With these builds, I feel like it needs a bit of an overhaul generally. Yeah, it just feels like there's a kind of general need to improve. So she's at 207 right now. Just see what speed we need it to be. 223. Can I be less? Yes. I can come down to 218 before it breaks. So that's where I need to get to. I need another 11 speed. Not 1. Give me more than that. 7 or more. So 3 or more speed I need. Here we go. See if I've got any more damage that I can glyph. 1 ideally. All of this extra little bits and bobs here. If you're trying to build a team that's going to be like a long-lasting team for something like Clan Boss, you may as well do it. You may as well actually put those glyphs to work. Been farming them for all your life. Get them put to work. I normally save the big boy ones for like arena stuff. But Clan Boss, 4-star, absolutely throw it on there. I'll do masteries in a minute. So that is Reho done. Let's go on to Warcaster, looking very unloved, but I get it. So this is an example where I probably don't need to steal from someone else. Everything he does is attack based. So grab a different ring where I actually get some damage out of it. It's just that we don't have one rolled up, so the optimizer cannot find one. The optimizer's like that. He doesn't have any, when clearly he does. So see if we can just get a couple of rolls into attack somewhere. One, not bad. Oh, silver is struggling though. My God, do we even have like a crit damage rolled up? No, we are going to have to sell some stuff. So ideally we have an attacked one with speed on it here. The optimizer is telling me to use an HP one because there's none of these rolled up. See? But I need to find 16 speed total with glyphs. So we're just going to have to roll up some stuff. And I have to sell some gear in a minute. This could work. I want to get one more speed roll ideally. Perfect. Oh, we're going to sell some stuff. Oh, it's hit 23. Okay, that saves me some glyphs around the way. Look at that. Look at that banner. It's been sitting around. A triple. Scandalous. Right, let's just quickly sell some crap. Oh, so let's just hit anything less than 6-star, rare. On my account, I would literally sell all at this point. On my account, you got 354 items here. I would sell all of these. The trouble is, I don't know what his gear really looks like because he might actually need to use some of this stuff. So we can't really do that. But it's like, if you did, you've got 16 mil sitting there. Probably stuff that you will not use. Yeah, because you want 6-star now. That's where you're at. You want us just to do it? He's saying YOLO it. 16 mil in the bank. We've just progressed. Now, the same job obviously needs to be done out here, but we haven't got time to go through and do it properly. When I used to do account takeovers for money, yeah, I used to do it as I was paid to do it. And they'd take me the best part of 5 hours because I would go through every single item and there was no kind of good filtering back then. There was no kind of support. It was just click item per item and do it. But I mean, you'd just come across some weird and wonderful stuff that has been kept. But yeah, a takeover would take me a good 5 hours back then. And there was no quick rolling of gear, nothing. Like, it was all painful. Painfully slow. Okay, 270. I think we need to be... Might even work. 270. Yeah, that's fine. 270 works. Got attack. Don't need accuracy. Let's just glyph up some attack percent if we can. I'm just looking for stuff that could boost our damage. I don't care. Because we're unkillable, I don't care about defensive stats. I just care about stuff that can boost my hits. He does have some good gear, yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing it. He's got some good gear here. Imagine how much more he's got just sitting around unrolled. Right, Warcaster is done. Let's move on to Seeker. So wants to steal from Rotus here. Again, I don't need to, I think, because now we've got a bit of silver. We can just find something else that's doing the same job. I'm just looking for attack percent. Something that rolls a good couple of rolls in attack percent is what we're after. Or at least a roll. There's one. Sometimes it's even better to have epics. You've got a better chance of it landing there, but not doing that well. Unless we go with this one. The full spread. Okay, crit damage on the amulet. Ideally with some attack underneath it. But if not, doesn't really matter which one. We're just going to take it up to full. Leave Rotus with his item. Some attack as well. That's good. So this time it's given us an accuracy banner here. We don't need accuracy on the Seeker build. It's given us this because we don't have an attack banner rolled up. Or we couldn't find the speed we need. So let's see if I can replicate the attack somewhere else. Like here. And at least then we get more damage out of the build. We don't need the accuracy. So ideally, we get at least a single roll into speed somewhere. We're going to land it. If we don't, like that, then we need to find more speed. I can go back and re-optimize Seeker, honestly, and find the extra speed somewhere. Which I think I'm going to do, because I think we want that. So let's just see if we had, what's this got on it? 7. And it was finding us 14. So we're going to be 7 speed less. It's going to take me to 240. I'm just going to pump in 240 onto the Clan Boss build and see what it does. Destroys the build. It needs to be 248. So I'm actually going to not build him yet. I'm going to come back to him last. Build Farakin first. And then we're going to singularly build out Seeker after. Let's build Farakin now. Oh dear. I'm about to see something which I hate. I want an attack ring. What's an attack ring doing on Valk? What is an attack ring doing on Valk? Damn. That's sad to see. Does she do attack on her A1? Maybe she does. Is that where her damage is coming from? Is she an attack champion? She does have attack in it. I didn't even realize that. But she hasn't got a lot anyway. That's not where her damage is coming from. But damn, fair play. Didn't know that. Anyway, let's get back to it. Normally I would leave it and find a different one, but because she shouldn't be wearing it, we're going to take it off her. Crit damage, got to be this one. But again, it's a 5-star. I'd rather take this 6-star one and load it up because we're going for a big build now. See how quickly we're demolishing our silver again? That's a good piece for him though. Oh, it's actually a decent amount of attack on that A1. Damn. That's interesting. Maybe that is where her damage is coming from. Right, accuracy banner. And then we're into the relentless gear. So Lysandra is losing her gear, but I'd argue that it's possibly not the right set to put on her anyway. Relentless gear. It's not terrible, but I feel like just straight up speed and accuracy is better. Anyone else use her in relentless stuff? God, another quad roll. Look at that. Oh, it's this one we spoke about earlier. It's the one we spoke about earlier. It's getting some use on the fat man right now. Honestly, it's not the best. I guess he needs to get to the right speed in relentless gear. I wonder if him being in relentless gear, we're making his build too crap. I'll tell you what we're going to do as well. We're going to check a couple of things on the fat man. Yeah, I've not finished this build. I'm just that piece there alone has made me think that it's not a great build. We're gonna redo these two builds. So Seeker and the fat man. Let me just screenshot that. Just in case we do want to go back to it, screenshot it. So let's just redo Seeker. So we want to build for damage, 100%. Don't need any of that. We need at least 248 speed, and we've got +3 glyphs. Just realized that we need to lock out some champs that we've already built. Just probably going to start taking from. See that? As soon as we start locking champions out, see how quickly the damage drops. You can actually see, based on his gear he's wearing right now, he's got on his skills, he's got an 11k hit on his A1. Yeah, 11.8. If you hover over the new builds, it actually shows you the damage improvement you're going to get from these builds. So we're actually almost going to double his damage by changing these builds over. Pretty cool. All right, let's build this one out here. So that's Seeker. Here's some Cruel. Do a refresh. Let's just lock a couple of people out quick. Freeho. Who else have we built already? Broadcaster, done. Bracken's not built, is he? Okay. So locking out people that we can't use now is actually a far smaller gain in damage with the gear change that we're going to do. But it is what it is. We've got to get to the right speed. So kind of, you just got to make it happen. And once you get your clan boss in good order, that you can then go back and pick some of your other teams that you've had to change to make this work. Is that another quad? Another quad! I've never seen so many quads on an account. This account is blessed. It's the gear, 238, so I need to get to 237. I need to get to 248. I can't believe how many good gear rolls this has had. Considering it's a low spender account, that's pretty nuts. Okay, we're looking for 248. We're at 244 right now. See how quickly we spent that 16 mil silver again? Just flies out. Okay, we're good for speed. Grab our damage. 250 in the end. Let's make sure that still works. Yeah, it looks good. So he's done. Got to go back and do masteries in a sec. So only other person left to do is the fat man. And this is an interesting one. So I just wanted to show you the difference here, being in relentless gear or not. So we need him to be 247 speed. If I go down, I can go down a bit. I can go down to 244. 244. I do want accuracy. Do need 100% crit rate. I want to build for damage. Damage, yeah. Now, if I run no sets at all, you see we're currently doing 16k damage here. If I run no sets, just any old gear, we'll see what sort of damage we get, and then we'll try it with Relentless as well and see what the difference is. On this one, we gain basically 0. It's like even to what the build is right now. Yeah, you see that? So we're going to be doing around 16 to 17,000 damage on an A1, 28,000 on his A2. It's not a lot of damage, by the way. So it's not a big deal, really, if we lose that in terms of getting more turns to get back to his ally attack quicker. So with Relentless gear, trying to do the same thing, we lose about 20% of our damage. Yeah, so him in Relentless gear means that he's giving everyone else their ally attack and their buffs more often, which is cool, right? We lose 20% damage for that. That's probably worth. But the other thing you could try, I think, is Reflex, if we had any rolled up. Potentially even better on him. But we can't even do it. There's no gear available. So I think we actually do go with the Relentless and take the lower damage on him, but the chance to get back to his other abilities quicker. Just seeing if I can... At the minute, it's giving me a defense banner because of the speed we need. Just seeing if I can find it somewhere else. Now, we might have to stick with that defense banner for now. Which sucks a bit. That's just a straight kind of speed requirement. We still got some free stuff to come, Rick. Don't worry. Once I've done this final build, we're going to be giving away some gems. Oh, juicy old gems, yes. Juicy gems. And maybe some shards and books and stuff along those lines. All right, here we go. Bounce gloves. Then we're on to Relentless. Already got the right weapon. There's just so much gear waiting to be rolled up on this account. Interesting. It's gone for the accuracy chest because we didn't have an accuracy banner waiting to go or any like attack banners, attack chests and stuff. There is an accuracy... there is one here. So it's choosing the chest even over this. This is where the optimizer pumps something out that perhaps you don't expect it to do. Just knows. It knows better than I do. If all this gear was rolled up, it might choose something different. I'll be honest. It would probably go different to how we're doing right now. Need to be at least 240. So the banner's definitely something you could improve here. If you've got an attack banner with at least 10 speed on it, then Farakin would be quite a bit higher damage. Okay, that's all the builds done. Now we need to go back and do masteries. Let's just lock him. You equip lock. Just want to go back to the team optimizer again quickly. This one here. I just want to see on the full details the masteries that he was using here. So we're going to make sure that we copy the masteries. And he does have like the setup that was needed here as well. So we're going to use this as well, which is cool. It means that we can get things set up right from the start. Hopefully we get a successful first run. So Helicaf, he's actually just made sure he's got War Master. Has actually got Steadfast on Helicaf. I guess to make sure that he doesn't take a stun in the first round. Let me just see what the build looks like. Riho puts block buffs out here. So it's possible that Seeker or Warcaster could take a stun, I guess, at the start. Unless Riho's not set up right here. Hold on. No, maybe not. But Riho's doing block buffs here. Now, it's how do we make this so that she covers affinities? Someone said earlier, Riho had to be 240 something build, then Batman the 220. Just saying, Riho needs to be 240. I don't understand what you're saying as the difference here. It's just a different for Spirit, is it? Because I'm looking at this thinking, is this even working for normal here? I guess it is. But for Spirit, it's throwing it out, right? Because of her order, she's right at the back, or she's right at the front even, which means that I would have to put on the block debuffs here to cover us for Clan Boss. Even then, Seeker runs through it, but that means that we're not covered for Spirit. Is the Clan Boss on Spirit right now? Oh, it is, yeah. Crap. Two options. Use the block buffs 247. What, you swap the speeds of Farakin and the Fat Man around. Is that what you're saying? If she was 246, he was 222. She comes in further down. She even needs to be ahead of Helicaf, right? So she could come down here. Oh, sorry, someone would tank the stun if we were doing it on Spirit. And if we're not doing it on Spirit, you would just go without a delay and just have her block the stun. Yeah, okay. Okay, makes sense. Riho cleanses debuffs too, does she not? Does she? What's her cleanse? Is it the same ability? Cleanse, then places block debuffs. Okay. So that's why she was in that top position then, because she cleanses here, right? Okay, let's just throw that back around a second. Yeah, we still got a problem here. She gets her cleanse back here, block debuffs here, but Seeker runs through it. It's actually at the top here that we mess up, right? Block debuffs here works. Tank a stun. Would cleanse a decreased speed here. So that should work for Spirit, right? No, it doesn't, because she takes it here. So it needs to be out there first. Okay, so we flip those around. She blocks it all the time there. We tank a stun. We actually cleanse here. So if it was Helicaf tanking the stun, she would cleanse it first. So maybe that's the best option. Helicaf or Warcaster, she would cleanse it. So if we're on Spirit, he's going to attack. What's he going to attack out of these? Is it even? Void, neutral, 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 Neutral. All neutral, right? Okay, so we just need to make a couple of adjustments then to builds. Let me get these masteries done as well while we're doing that. I guess probably want to extend debuffs with her. I don't know if it really matters, actually. We're not going to be taking damage, so these won't do us any good. So we might as well be over here and just try and get debuffs out for longer. Helicaf, I think, was already done. It's fine. There's no turn meter ones in here. Forecaster looks good. Seeker is not done, but we can go down at least to... Oh, we can't take Warmaster. We need like another 15 scrolls to get Warmaster. That would actually give us quite a lot more damage. And then Fat Man doesn't have any scrolls yet. Oh, right. Let me just go back then and change a couple of builds. It's good that we spotted that now. Saves... Although it's annoying, it's good that we've spotted it at least. So let me just check in again. Helicaf. It's fine. Fat Man we're going to take down to 222. Seeker... think is good. 250, yeah. Forecaster, I think is good. 270, yeah. So we need to speed Riho up and slow down the Fat Man then. Okay, do the Fat Man first. So 222 is where we need to be now. On him. How about that 5-minute clan boss team? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hopefully this shows the reality of, you know, when someone says, can you just jump on and do my clan boss team? I think I've got everything you need. It's never quick. It's never a quick thing. Obviously, some run smoother than others, and you know you get hiccups in some you don't. But it's never just a 5-minute job, ever. Even if you knew everything you were gonna do, it's not a 5-minute job. At least now we get an attack % chest on him, so his gear is actually going to improve quite a lot from this change, from slowing him down. We get to move him into that accuracy banner now. It's all making sense. Okay, what's he at? 220. Needs to get a couple of glyphs on. Running out of silver again. 221. Does that work? That works. Okay, cool. Batman is done. So let's do Riho next. Do a fresh upload. She needs to be 247 now. Everything else the same. Can buy the Fat Man's masteries as well. You sure? Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. That means it's only going to be Seeker then that's missing like a main mastery. Okay, Rio, what we got here? 247. I don't want it relentless on you. I do get a free reset. I mean, for 5% extra chance to reset a skill, it feels like it's a little bit over the top to do that reset. Honestly, it's a very minor adjustment. I would prefer it to be that one, but it feels like that's a bit much to change, honestly. Okay, we got this. She's wearing most of the stuff she's going to keep. This piece here, and then Sato's gloves. Oh yeah, here 240, 70. This looks good. Just need to give her some more glyphage. And actually, she can actually run at 240. That's fine. That works. Okay. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good to try. Right. Let's get into a run. See if we can get this to work. So we're going to do a new team setup for this. Riho leads so she can tank the stun. And Fat Man, we just need to delay Helicafs. So it's going to be first choice on the A3. But we're going to open with the A1. That gives us a delay on that A3. Not that you need this, really. I guess you don't even need that at all, do we? Just turn that off. I think we just turn that off, do we? Just keep the weaken running with that A1, I guess. Okay, Helicaf done. Bone Spear. We need to prioritize this, but open with this. Then make that second choice. Forecaster's just fine. Seeker. Open here. Prioritize this. Forecaster, prioritize this. Do I even want to use his A2? Put block buffs. I guess it's not a bad thing to put out there, actually. Barakin, we want to prioritize this. Okay. I think we're good. Just check final speed. So, even though it looks good, you just want to check that you've put all of the different speed items and that in. Let's just save that. You just want to go back in and just be like, one final check. One speed set, one perception set. Any gear that's got speed on it, basically. Throw it into here. One speed, one perception. The true speed changes slightly. Sometimes it can throw you out. Helicaf, one speed set. Got that already. No Law of Steel. Batman. Got Relentless gear, one speed set. No Law of Steel. I don't think Relentless gear makes a difference, does it? Just one speed. Seeker has got one speed set. Just looking to see if anything changes over here. That's all we're looking for right now. And it's not changing, which is good. And then no speed gear here. So we're all good. Okay. So what damage do we think we're going to do with this team? I've never run a team with this comp before. I've never really seen honestly, like, I don't really know where the damage is coming from right now. I'm guessing it's mainly Riho and Seeker, but it doesn't feel like a high damage team to me, I'll be honest. Doesn't feel high damage. So if we were not on Spirit here and on Void, I think if you're on Void, you can just run the same setup and it would work, right? But you're better off removing the delay on her and then everything else is just the same, yeah? And then that way she blocks the stun completely. So the setup is exactly the same. I guess you would throw Helicaf in now for the better lead to actually get some value out of it. This is anything non-Spirit. Now normal, but prioritize this. I guess that's just Ultra Nightmare CB. This one is Spirit. Okay, let's do this. Spirit is on. Should be an auto from start. If, by the way, it just doesn't run properly because I've messed something up, we'll just do a restart, find out what the problem was. Everyone except Seeker has got full masteries yet. Seeker's missing just War Master, which will make a bit of a difference to the damage. Okay, let's see what happens. Just make sure that we're now blocking damage forever and a day. That's what we want. Oh, she hits pretty damn hard, actually. So the stun is going on Riho. So we're saying a passive just removes it, right? Did a passive just remove it? Yeah, nice. So we should get block damage out before the end of the turn, which we have. So it feels good. Look at these debuffs flying up. Looks good. Extra turn there from Relentless Gear. Love it. That's why he's in it. Need to get that Relentless extra turn so we get more ally attacks going. And then we should get block damage right at the end. Perfect. So this looks good. Looks like we're on track for a full run. Currently doing a little bit more than 1 million per turn as well. That's pretty decent damage, actually, already. And it only ramps up with Clan Boss. Because of some of the masteries you take, over time you do more and more damage. Not tons, but enough for it to be relevant. It's a little bit RNG focused because, you know, you can get extra turns from Relentless Gear, but only a small amount. There's some comps where you can run Relentless sets on specific spots. Because comps like this, you always get the block damage at the end of the rotation. So it means that the couple of champions in the mix in the middle can run Relentless without being in trouble. If you got blessings on some of these champions as well, by the way, damage will just go up. Like, if you had Brimstone on one of these legendaries, damage goes up a couple of mil at least. Like, probably as much as 4 or 5 million if you got Brimstone on one. If you got Cruelty on Seeker, he will ramp Cruelty up really fast. And then you'll get more damage from that as well. So the blessings actually make quite a big difference. Certainly for Clan Boss or Hydra type stuff. Yeah, so if you've got Cruelty on something like Seeker, you then run something like Phantom Touch on Fat Man or Phantom Touch on Warcaster and get more damage out that way. Actually doing good damage here. 16 mil after 11 turns. This is solid. This is going to be a solid key. I love that message. JBG, man. I love that message. Already past the damage of the original team at turn 14. Love it. That's brilliant to call out. 15 turns in, 22 mil. This could be a 1k, yeah. Against Spirit as well, which is normally the affinity people like really struggle with. I got to say, Riho's not a champion that I've got. I could have got her as like a guaranteed, I'm pretty sure, at one point. And I ducked out of it, so I just didn't have the shards available at the time, and I didn't want to go and buy tons. But she really is a great champion. She's one of those like underrated champions that just does a ton. Cool. Fat Man's like that. Extra turn, extra turn, extra turn. Let's get some value out of that Relentless Gear. This comp is sweet. Clean as you like. This does look like a 1 key. We're on track for a 1 key at the halfway point here. This is surpassing what I thought it would do, honestly. What a transformation. From a 20 million team to potential 1 key? Damn. 45 mil already. This is actually a serious team. This is going to be a 1 key, guys. I can't believe this is a 1 key team, honestly. I can't see anyone who's in there who's doing, like, should be doing my damage. We don't even have masteries in full on Seeker yet. We've got no blessings going on. Who's doing the damage? Weak source hits. Pretty big hits from Farakin, to be fair. Okay hits from Seeker. Is it Riho? Is Riho our damage here? Warcaster's actually hitting pretty hard. This is way higher damage than I thought it was going to be per turn. We are doing a 2-for-1 comp. That's true. Yeah, that is true. And because because the stun's not taking anything out of us, everybody's hitting as often as they can. This is a 1 key team. This is unreal. That is back-to-back clan boss turnarounds. I'll tell you that. 20 million damage. Basically, that's a 4 key. This team does Ultra Nightmare, 1 key, and then it will go and do Nightmare, 1 key. And I'll tell you what, if you want to have another run later on, it will do Brutal, 1 key as well. That is progression right there. What do you mean by 1 key? By 1 key, we mean hitting the maximum chest in 1 turn, 1 key. So 70.3 or whatever it is million will give me my maximum reward with 1 key. Damn, this is an awesome, awesome run. I'm probably a bit sold on this Relentless set on Batman, by the way, as well. I've seen him do so many extra turns here. So we're coming to the end of the run. And that is a comfortable, like super comfortable 1 key. 77 mil. Flipping heck. Harakin's done 19 mil. 19 mil from the Fat Man. That's actually bonkers, isn't it? That is a shocking amount of damage right there. 19 mil from Fat Man. 18.4 mil from Helicath. Big damage as well. 14 from Riho. 13.5 Wardcaster. 11.7 from Seeker. I guess Seeker doesn't have Mastery, so that would go up by another few mil. So we'd actually be like an 80 million team. But damn, what a turnaround. We basically quadrupled the damage of the previous team. That's nutty, right? I like to see it as well because it's not a comp I've seen before. Or not, I've seen versions of it, I guess, but not this particular one. But there you go, Fate Fire. That is worth more than me having a little play around on Brutal Hydra for you. I'm sure of that. Make sure you go back and refix the champions that we've broken. And get yourself a gear cleanse done, my friend. Gear cleanse, get your silver. Find out what gear is actually good. Seriously. Cool. There we go, guys. I'm pleased with that one.